scam that applicants are. It's been in the press. Some applicants have used this to make claims against lettings and landlords, and it's around the fact that it became illegal for a landlord or letting agent to advertise or discriminate on the basis of a tenant being sort of entitled to benefits. So in effect, we can't refuse a tenancy because the tenant is entitled to benefits. What we have to do is assess each tenancy on its own merit, and we would accept or deny a tenancy for fair reason like affordability, suitability of accommodation. But in effect, it became illegal to advertise or actively discriminate because someone was in receipt of housing benefit or universal credit. As soon as there's a law, of course, it has been picked up by certain applicants that if they can find a landlord or letting agent who is actively not accepting people, then in effect they can make a claim. So there's some reports in the press of some people who've made it a profession. In effect, they're making a salary, so they presumably sit on any advertising forum all day long. They will send off an inquiry. They make very clear they're in receipt of benefits, and what they're actively hoping for is for the landlord to come back and say, no, we don't accept. And then they lodge a legal claim, and the legal claims have been successful. I don't have any examples of numbers of what the fines have been, but it's just I guess a little warning that just to be careful, it shouldn't be in an advert, that you won't accept applicants on that basis, and certainly shouldn't be part of the assessment criteria. And if you have an applicant who's very vocal about their benefit entitlement, we may want to be careful about how we reply. Certainly here, most of our tenants are in receipt of benefits, so it's certainly not something we would fall foul of. But I guess it's just an example of where there is legislation, there's a potential for a claim. And this happens on various things around housing. And this is a new one, so something to be careful of if you're. I know some landlords will use some of the more loose forums like your Facebooks and your Gumtree, so and people will end up in chat conversations. I think just an element of caution about what I said and how you're processing applications, because that could become an expensive claim if you're found to be discriminating. So just a bit of an aside.